With the news of Kelly coming back, can you kind of take us through the process of maybe how long you've been thinking about a move like that and how significant this is for what you're trying to get accomplished here?
When I was first approached about the concept of it, I was like, oh, wow, taken aback a little bit. I hadn't thought about the possibility of unprecedented moment. And as we move forward, we need great leadership. And we need great leadership that's experienced with what we're going to deal with now.
Did you know the Indiana Fever are leading the WNBA in attendance? Over 177,000 fans have packed the arena to see Caitlin Clark play. That's insane for a rookie. But here's the real shocker. Despite all the hype, the Fever are struggling. So they just made a major move that could change Clark's future. Want to know what it is? Let's talk about Clark's game. She's not just filling seats, she's making history. Imagine this. Clark dropped the first triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. 19 points, 13 assists, and 12 rebounds against the New York Liberty. That's game-changing stuff. But you know what's crazier? Even with Clark balling out, the Fever can't seem to win. It's like having a superstar isn't enough. So what did they do? They brought back Kelly Krauskopf as president. Remember her? She's the mastermind who built their 2012 championship team. Could this be the move that turns everything around for Clark and the Fever?
You know, wow, if you told me and said, hey, list the 3 people, if you could have anybody you wanted in this new role, I would probably have listed Kelly 1, 2, and 3. When the league first started, Kelly was in the league office. And then the Simon family brought her to Indy to start the Indiana Fever. She's got all the bases covered. So once I heard that this was going to happen, man, if I could have done a flip or handspring, I probably would have done it. Fortunately, I didn't try that.
Remember that 2012 championship team? Well, the architect is back, and she's got a blueprint that could make Caitlin Clark the cornerstone of a dynasty. But here's the kicker. Krauskopf's facing a ticking clock. Can she work her magic before Clark's rookie contract runs out? Kelly Krauskopf isn't just any executive. She's the mastermind who built the Fever's 2012 championship squad. And now she's returned as president with one goal: turn this team into a powerhouse. But let's be real, she's got her work cut out for her. Think about this. From 2000 to 2018, Krauskopf was the wizard behind the curtain for the Fever. She's got an eye for talent that's almost supernatural. Remember Tamika Catchings? Yeah, Krauskopf drafted her. That's the kind of game-changing move we're talking about. But here's where things get tricky. The Fever's defense? It's a mess. They're ranked second worst in the entire league. It's like they've got a superstar in Clark, but they can't stop anyone on the other end. That's where Krauskopf comes in. She's not just here to make small tweaks. She's here to overhaul this team from the ground up. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but can't they just take their time and build slowly? Not exactly. See, there's this ticking clock hanging over everything. Caitlin Clark's rookie contract isn't going to last forever. Krauskopf needs to turn this ship around fast if they want to make the most of Clark's early years. Imagine this. You've got the most exciting rookie in WNBA history. Fans are packing the arena, but you can't win games. That's the situation Krauskopf's walking into. It's like having a Ferrari, but no road to drive it on. Krauskopf's job is to build that road, and fast. But here's where it gets interesting. Krauskopf isn't just focused on winning now. She's talking about recreating a winning culture. That's big. It's not just about one season or one player. It's about changing the entire identity of the Indiana Fever. You know what's wild? Krauskopf's already making moves. There's talk about shaking up the coaching staff. Christy Sides, the current coach, has been taking heat for those defensive struggles. Could we see a new face on the sidelines soon? Krauskopf's not afraid to make tough decisions. Here's the thing about Krauskopf. She's been here before. She knows what it takes to build a champion. But this time, it's different. She's got a generational talent in Caitlin Clark. The question is, can she surround Clark with the right pieces to dominate? Think about the pressure. Fans are showing up in record numbers to see Clark play, but they want wins, not just highlights. Krauskopf's got to deliver a team that can compete night in and night out. It's like trying to build a plane while it's already in the air. But if anyone can do it, it's Krauskopf. She's got the track record, the vision, and now she's got Caitlin Clark. It's like having all the ingredients for a championship recipe. Now she just needs to put it all together. Krauskopf's got her superstar, but one player doesn't make a team. The Fever's roster is like a puzzle with some pieces missing. Which players are on the chopping block, and who might be joining the squad to complete the championship picture? Let's break down this Fever roster. You've got Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation who's lighting up the league. Then there's Aaliyah Boston, last year's Rookie of the Year, dominating in the paint. And don't forget Kelsey Mitchell, their leading scorer from last season. Sounds like a dream team, right? right? But here's the thing, even with all that firepower, the Fever are struggling. It's like having a Ferrari with no wheels. The defense? It's a mess. They're ranked second worst in the entire league. Can you believe that? All that offensive talent, but they can't stop anyone on the other end. Now, Krauskopf's got a big decision to make. Kelsey Mitchell's set to become a free agent. She averaged 19.2 points per game last season. That's not just good, that's crucial. Losing her would be like taking the engine out of that Ferrari. Krauskopf's got to find a way to keep her in Indiana. But it's not just about keeping players. There's talk about shaking things up. Remember Nalissa Smith? She's been solid, averaging 10.6 points and 7.1 rebounds per game. But here's the kicker. Her role's been shrinking. Why? She can't shoot threes. In a modern offense built around Clark, that's a problem. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. So what's Krauskopf going to do? There are trade rumors swirling around Smith. Could we see her move to make room for a better fit? It's like a high-stakes game of chess, and Krauskopf's got to think 5 moves ahead. But here's where it gets really interesting. The Fever need a defensive enforcer, someone who can bring some toughness, some grit to the court. Right now, they're softer than a marshmallow on defense. That's where free agency comes in. Imagine this, Gabby Williams in a Fever jersey. She's known for her lockdown defense. Or picture Sophie Cunningham, bringing that defensive intensity every night. These are the kind of players that could transform the Fever's identity overnight. Krauskopf's not just looking to plug holes, she's trying to build a championship culture. Remember what she said? The WNBA and the Fever have always been a part of me, and it is truly a privilege to be asked to return to lead this team at this unprecedented time. That's not just talk, that's a mission statement. Think about the possibilities. Clark's offensive wizardry, Boston's dominance in the paint, Mitchell's scoring punch, and a new defensive anchor to tie it all together. Suddenly that Ferrari's got all its wheels, and it's ready to race. But here's the million-dollar question. Can Krauskopf make all these moves before Clark's rookie contract runs out? It's like she's racing against the clock. Every decision, every trade, every free agent signing, it all has to be perfect. You know what's crazy? The Fever have got this generational talent in Caitlin Clark, but they're still struggling to win games. It's like having a Ferrari stuck in a traffic jam. But here's the thing. Krauskopf's got a secret weapon that could change everything. What if the key to Clark's championship dreams isn't just about who's on the court, but who's guiding them from the sidelines? Let's talk about veteran leadership. Sure, Clark's putting up numbers that make your head spin, but she's still a rookie. You know what she needs? Someone who's been there, done that. A player who can show her the ropes, calm her down when things get tough. That's where Krauskopf's experience comes in handy. Imagine this. Krauskopf brings in a seasoned pro, someone who's tasted championship glory. Suddenly, Clark's not just relying on her insane talent. She's learning the little tricks, the mind games, the stuff that separates good players from legends. It's like giving Clark a cheat code for the WNBA. But here's where things get tricky. Krauskopf's got to balance 3 things at once: making moves to win now, developing young talent, and keeping an eye on the future. It's like trying to juggle while riding a unicycle. One wrong move, and everything comes crashing down. Think about it. If Krauskopf goes all in on veterans, she might sacrifice the team's future. But if she focuses too much on the young guns, Clark might get frustrated with all the losing. It's a tightrope walk, and Krauskopf's got to nail it. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but can't they just take their time and build slowly? Not exactly. Remember, Clark's rookie contract isn't going to last forever. The clock's ticking, and Krauskopf needs to show Clark that the Fever are serious about winning. It's like they're in a race, but they don't know how long the track is. But here's where Krauskopf's got an ace up her sleeve. Did you know she was the WNBA's first director of basketball operations? That's not just a fancy title. It means she knows this league inside and out. She's got connections, she knows how other teams think, and she can spot talent like nobody's business. Imagine this. While other teams are scrambling to figure out their next move, Krauskopf's already 3 steps ahead. She's not just building a team, she's crafting a vision. It's like she's got the blueprint for a championship, and Clark's the cornerstone. But let's get real for a second. Even with all of Krauskopf's experience, there are no guarantees in sports. The Fever could make all the right moves, and things could still go sideways. That's what makes this whole situation so exciting. It's like watching a high-stakes poker game, and Krauskopf's going all in. Now picture this. offense. Clark's already shown she can score, pass, and rebound with the best of them. But what if Krauskopf surrounds her with players who can elevate her game even further? Suddenly, Clark's not just a star, she's the sun that an entire solar system revolves around. That's the vision Krauskopf's working towards. A team where Clark's all-around game is the engine, but every other piece fits perfectly. It's not just about winning games, it's about changing the entire identity of the Indiana Fever. From cellar dwellers to championship contenders, all built around one incredible rookie. Wow, can you believe how far the Indiana Fever have come? From struggling to win games to now winning 4 straight at home? That's something they haven't done since 2015, and it's all thanks to Caitlin Clark's incredible impact. You know what's really cool? Clark's not just putting up numbers, she's winning over the fans. After her historic triple-double, she gave a shout-out to the crowd, saying, "I don't know if we would have won without you." That's the kind of connection that builds dynasty. But here's the real game changer. Kelly Krauskopf is back as president. She's the mastermind who built their 2012 championship team. Now she's here to do it again with Clark as the centerpiece. The big question is, can Krauskopf and Clark bring a championship back to Indiana? The journey's just beginning, but it's already looking like a wild ride.